Hi, my name is Nikhil Prabhu, and today I'm going to be presenting on behalf of myself and my advisor, Professor Katharina Khan, our submission to the AACL IJCNLP Student Research Workshop for our paper titled Making a Point, Pointer Generator Transformers for Disjoint Vocabularies. The motivation behind this paper was to investigate the success of copy-based techniques, specifically the pointer generator, in combination with the transformer model for sequence-to-sequence tasks that deal with disjoint vocabularies. Um, the task in question that we experimented on was the grapheme to phoneme conversion task, which was task 1 of SigmaFont 2020. This task is illustrated in the table on the right, where the third column represents the grapheme form of a word across 15 low-resource languages from Armenian to Vietnamese, where the grapheme form represents the text form of a word or how it would be written down. And this form needs to be converted to its phoneme form or how it would be pronounced, which is represented in the standard IPA script format. This task is considered as having a disjoint vocabulary is because, as is evident from the table, the source and target have little to possibly no tokens in common. The model we use is the pointer generator transformer, which is a combination of a transformer, where the transformer is a model that has recently become very popular for its success, for its performance, and consists of an encoder-decoder architecture using a parallelized attention technique, and the pointer generator component, which basically copies tokens from the source input and outputs them in the target directly based on a probability that is learned by the model. Where our model differs from this comes into play when we have to deal with the disjoint vocabularies of the source and target. And we deal with this by learning an alignment dictionary using a third-party library, Giza++, that's used for machine translation and uses a hidden Markov model. And Giza++ basically gives us an alignment dictionary that maps a source token to a target token. So how we combine these two components, that is our transformer generated output and the alignment output, is by weighting them with the probability pgen, where we form a final distribution here in pink and blue by multiplying the output from the transformer with pgen and the output from the alignment with 1 minus pgen to create this combined distribution, which is then used to generate the output. We compare this model with 5 baselines. The first is T, a standard transformer, which uses the same hyperparameters as we do and that is used in the SigmaFont 2020 baseline, among the SigmaFont 2020 baselines for the transformer. We then have the IM model, which is a bi-LSTM neural transducer that uses imitation learning to learn edit actions, and where it finds commonality with our model is that one of the actions among insertion deletion is substitution, which is the same substitution that we learn with our alignment dictionary. We then have a LSTM baseline from SigmaFont again. We have sub, which is a pure alignment model that uses Giza++ directly, where we feed in the source input to Giza++ and observe the target output that it gives without using any neural learning technique. We finally have an oracle that combines the best of PGT and IM. So coming to the test results, we find that our model PGT in blue performs comparably with the other baselines in the high resource setting, being slightly outperformed by the vanilla transformer. We find that the IM baseline is the best performing model in the high resource setting of 3600 data points and the low resource setting of 100 data points. Um, what we note is that while our model PGT does not outperform IM, it does provide important complementary information to it. And this is reflected in the oracle, which combines both of these models. And as can be seen in the figure, the oracle gives a significant boost in performance compared to IM, with a boost of 7.7 WER in the low resource setting and 4.8 WER in the high resource setting compared to IM, where WER is the word error rate, or simply 100 minus accuracy. We also validate the effectiveness of our combination PGT, which combines the vanilla transformer T in blue in this graph and the alignment, which is in green, reflected by our model sub in this graph. Our model PGT in orange outperforms both of these in the low resource range of 100 to 1000 data points, and we also note that while sub performs comparably at 100 data points, it stagnates significantly and is left far behind by the time we reach 1000 data points. The final takeaways of our paper are the following. First, we validate the effectiveness of our combination PGT by showing that it improves over both T and sub in a low resource setting. And we also know that while our model does not be the strongest baseline, it provides important complementary information, which is reflected in the boosts in performance that is found in both the low resource and high resource settings from the oracle that combines the best of our model PGT with the baseline IM. We do note that this oracle has not been developed as of yet, and we lead the development of this model for future work. Thank you very much.